All right. Um, I'm Khalil McAdoo.
And I'm Arnold Chung,
I'm with
period
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 four.
three
Oh, three.
three
Yeah, three.
U.S. government, and final
Our
this is our
final project,
final
semester
final
project.
yeah final semester one project. Uh
And
yeah,
all right, let's go. We're playing Minecraft. Well, we're gonna be talking about our about like
our the
the
questions that
10
are being asked.
things.
Yeah.
Talk
So
about 2020.
yeah, review of 2020. So Khalil go first.
2020 has had a lot of downs more than ups. A lot of negative things have happened, but we've all pushed through them. We had COVID, which was probably one of the biggest issues during 2020 that we had. This was the year we had to have our election. That stirred up a lot in the United States.
hmm
Um, Arnold.
Um, for me, I felt like what Khalil said, there were a lot of up and downs, but I feel like the most important thing was the most important thing for me was that the my friends and my loved ones were all going to be safe during these hard times, and you know and that online school wasn't really like my type, but we were still able to get through it, and I'm just glad that you know I just hope whatever happens in the government system and who's president can just lead this nation to a better and safer future.
Right.
Yeah, that's my review of 2020. And number three, top 10 events that happened in 2020 that relate to U.S. states or the government. So what we have down was the Trump impeachment and how Biden wins, and COVID-19, and how Kamala Harris won VP, and lack of supplies due to COVID. Like, and everyone just started rushing to,
Get the toilet
s-
paper for some
yeah,
reason.
like markets and stuff to stack up on supplies. And we also have wildfires in the West Coast. That was a big issue. The air around LA was just bad and stuff, and it was really doggy. And um, Kim Jong Un's death rumor. I feel like that affected the U.S. a lot because of how North Korea was a big threat to the U.S. for a while, and if Kim Jong Un actually was like dead, but like not in a good way though, like it would have been a little bit
We would
safer
have
for
felt
us.
more safe, yeah. It
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be giving us reassurance on the
hmm
safety of our nation.
Sure. And Kobe's death.
Kobe's
I'm
death.
not. I'm not a. I'm not a basketball fan, so Khalil can talk about that. So no.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big Kobe fan, but Kobe meant a lot for not only Los Angeles, but for like a lot of people worldwide because he was like, he was just an icon. Everyone knows Kobe. You can ask people like, even when he like would shoot like a fucking. Oh, wait, how do we get that out? How do we get that out?
Don't bring. Oh, okay, okay.
How do I bleep that out?
Leave what out?
I said the F word.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's your honest opinion.
Okay. Well, you know how whenever when someone would shoot like a piece of paper into a trash can, you yell Kobe. He was definitely an influence on the youth and on people in general.
hmm
So I feel like with Kobe's death, it hurt a lot of people, and then with the Lakers winning, it made a lot of people feel happy.
Um. So our ninth one, COVID-19 vaccine.
Yep.
So you want to give your opinion on that?
Yeah, sure. The COVID-19 vaccine. um, I think is a really good thing because it's like it's like hope, you know? Like we didn't really have a lot of hope. We haven't had anything to really deal with COVID besides like wearing your mask. But with the vaccine, it feels like we're getting closer to like, more of a more normalcy in the world.
Hmm. Okay.
What's your opinion on it?
I feel like as soon as that news came out that it was a vaccine, I felt like there was a lot of rumors going like, oh, it's kind of sus, and there's some weird stuff attached to it. But I feel like as long as many people have gotten it already, especially like nurses, frontline workers for COVID, those guys were able to get it, and by the looks of it right now, they're doing okay. So I hope that it's uh it's confirmed to be safe to everyone else, and that we're we're soon able to go out and not stay quarantined anymore.
Right.
Yeah. So our final one, BLM, and
So with the death of George Floyd,
mhm,
it was like kind of like the uh the last piece of hay to break the camel's back, you could say. And so that kind of just turned a lot of people into they were like pissed off, enough was enough. So they chose to demonstrate at least Black Lives Matter were demonstrating peaceful protests. There were people who were taking advantage of the ruckus, and they chose to riot and loot, which wasn't right. But those peaceful protesters were really trying to make a a show what they were standing for and make a try to make a change.
um yeah. So what I felt about the BLM was, you know, um like honestly, like I'm not really that interested in BLM and stuff, but I feel like it was wrong for cops to kill George Floyd. Um, but also like at the same time, like protesting is good and all that, but like at a time where COVID-19 was about to like go down, but obviously like BLM was just so crowded and stuff that it sparked back up, and also how innocent shop owners had to get raided, and that was kind of a frustrating fact for me because of how like unlucky those guys are.
Right.
So yeah. So 10 interesting facts about the U.S. government you learned this year. So 10 interesting facts that we learned were basically the things that you taught us. So like um you know what do you call that um chief citizen, chief manager of the economy, chief executive, chief of state, chief diplomat, chief of party, commander in chief, and chief policymaker. We didn't really know there were that many roles in the government like that. I thought it was just like you just sign papers and give
Yeah, I
like your
just thought there were like
permission and just
three.
yeah.
I just thought there was like, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial.
Hmm.
I didn't really think like more like in depth, I guess you could say, about the other roles that came into government.
And also the other ones that we learned were legitimate, referent, rewards, expertise, coercion, and rewards. Wait, yeah, like those like we never learned about like like we knew those kind of like powers and stuff, but like I guess it was our like first time actually learning more in more depth about those kind of topics.
Right.
and we learned how each one of those functions and stuff. Yeah. All right. So what Constitution amendment matters to you most?
Oh, I feel like the constitutional amendment that matters to me at least the most is the First Amendment, especially with how much protesting has been going on, and on both sides, you have
Mm,
Trump supporters and All Lives Matter supporters and Blue Line supporters, who are, they're protesting. Some are protesting, some are I don't even want to get into that. That's a different story. But then you have Black Lives Matter who they're protesting and you know, like I I haven't gone out to protesting because it's COVID and I actually am smart. But I have been posting about things, even though it's not gonna make an direct change, it's bringing awareness. And if we were in maybe like a country where it was like fascist country, you wouldn't really be able to speak your mind because you'd be killed or something. Like if you had a dictator, like say for instance living in North Korea, they don't have that. So I feel like that's really important to me.
mm. Uh, for me, same amendment. First one, because my answer is basically Khalil's. Things going around like we do. I feel like our First Amendment, we're able to we're able to express it, like freedom of speech and stuff. But I feel like while we're expressing it, like these protesters, they're not really getting heard, and no one's really listening and you know giving their full attention to what they're saying. So I feel like the First Amendment is just really important to us, and that if we're gonna live by those rules, that we should really live by it and not just write it in some paper and sign it and just and then just say ignore it. So that's what I think about it. It's really the first one's really important to all of us. Um, tell me about power.
Oh yeah, power. Uh, in my like, I think what I think power is I think power is really taking charge and having a sense of leadership. You know, I
Mhm.
feel like that's we talked a lot about power, and a lot of people who are in power are big names who control things and you know say what like they give orders to do certain things. Like the person who's in power currently in America is Donald Trump. He pretty much calls the shots. Person who's in power in North Korea, Kim Jong Un, he calls the shots, right? So I feel like power is really just being in charge and having leadership, you know. So I mean, I feel like with what's that movie? Um, Spider-Man, he says with great power comes great responsibility. So, there's people who don't, you know, they don't use their power for good. They use their power to get ahead in their own game. But, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I think power is.
yeah, and power is it's a big responsibility, and it's mostly held upon those higher ups, and those guys, like for example Trump and our future President Biden. Those guys, Biden's gonna have power, and he has to be able to use that power in a wise way, and to lead this nation into a good and safe place. So I feel like power comes with great responsibilities, like Khalil said, and it's not meant for everyone.
Right.
Yeah. So what political games would you keep in your tool belt? So the one we both agreed on was Power Struggle. Um, being stronger and wiser than your opponent,
Right.
and I feel like that was really the one that stuck out to us the most. I mean, for me, because you know, the strongest always wins. The you gotta.
Survival of the fittest, you know.
Yeah, sorry, yeah,
It's
survival of the fittest,
just
and
nature.
yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of rules should probably go based off of. I mean, it's not really what's it called? It's not I don't know the word, but it's like it's not
Ain't no free pass.
yeah, yeah.
It's just
It's just
if you there, you there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you got the biceps, then you're gonna be able to, own everything.
yeah. So yeah, and last one. What are you looking forward to in 2021?
I'll
Wanna
go
go?
first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Personally, I'm looking forward to, seeing how the vaccine affects us, I really want to go out and see my friends again. I want to go back to school if that's possible. So yeah, I'm really hoping to see some change in our safety at least, so things could go back to, somewhat normal.
Hmm. For me, I'm looking forward to my future. We're all gonna be graduating this year, and I hope that we're all safe and we do what we want to do, and that we're able to do it because because of COVID, it's been stopping everything. But I hope that 2021 could be a fresh start to everyone, and I just wish for the best for my friends and for everyone that I know. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. All right. Thank you, Mr. Lowe. This was our final project.
Thank you, Mr. Lowe. And yeah, we're done. And thank you again.